Okay, hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter expressions and properties. The lessons we are going to cover today are write variable expressions, write variable expressions, word problems, evaluate variable expressions with whole numbers, evaluate multivariable expressions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 6 math. Chapter we're on right now is expressions and properties. Let's just start with the lesson that is write variable expressions. Write an expression for the operation described below. 10 divided by V. So basically 10 divided by V is written in the sentence form, right? We need to write down in the mathematical form using the mathematical operations. So 10 divided by V, you can write it as 10 slash V, right? Let's just click on the test button. Write an expression for the operation described below. B more than A. So option number 1 is the correct option. That means you're going to add them. B more than more means you need to add and less means you need to subtract. So that would be A plus B. Write an expression for the operation described below. D more than C. That would be C plus D. Option number 2 is the correct option. Add A to B. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. That is B plus 8. Write an expression for the operation described below. 10 divided by V. So option number 2 is the correct option. It is 10 divided by V. Write an expression for the operation described below. Divide V by 7. Option number 1 is the correct option. That would be V by 7. Write an expression for the operation described below. That is add A plus 4. Add A plus 4. That is A plus 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Write an expression for the operation described below. Divide Y by 4. Divide V by 4. That is option number 2. V divided by 4 it is. Write an expression for the operation described below. Multiply D by 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, so you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is write variable expressions, word problems. Desmond has 55 red papers and G green papers. Choose the expression that shows how many papers Desmond has. So look for a pattern, try G equals to 55 red papers and 2 green papers, right? That is 55 plus G. Let's just start with the test questions. Umar has S small spoons and 59 big spoons. S small spoons and 59 big spoons. Choose the expression that shows how many spoons Umar has. So that would be S plus 59. S small spoons and 59. Option number 3 is the correct option. Darnell has C pieces of candy. Darnell has C pieces of candy. He gives away 51 of the pieces. 51 of the pieces. Choose the expression that shows the number of pieces of candy Darnell has left. So had left, so that would be C minus 51 because he gives away 51 of the pieces, right? Hold on. Addy had B books, then he went to a book sale and bought 18 more books. Choose the expression that shows how many books Addy has now. So he already have B, he bought 18 more. So then that would be B plus 18. The correct option is option number 2. That is B plus 18. Shad planted T fewer trees than Debbie. Debbie planted 27 trees. Choose the expression that shows how many trees Shad planted. So Chad planted T fewer trees than Debbie. So Debbie planted 27. So 27 minus T, option number. That is 27 minus T, option number 2 is the correct option. That is 27 minus T. Stucky had CCDs until she won 58 more in a contest. Choose the expression that shows how many CDs Stucky has now. C plus 58, option number 3 is the correct option. That is C plus 58. Gavin has 83 buttons. Brooke has B more buttons than Gavin. Choose the expression that shows how many buttons Brooke has. B more buttons than Gavin. So that would be 83 plus B. Option number 1 is the correct option. Hector has R red papers and 65 green papers. Choose the expression that shows how many papers Hector has. That is 6 R plus 65. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is evaluate variable expressions with whole numbers. Find the value of the expression q divided by 20. Sorry, q divided by 4 for q equals 20. So replace the variable q with a value, right? Q is 20. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 5 it is. Let's just start with the test questions. Find the value of the expression 6 times z. So you need to replace the variable z with a value. So that would be 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 18. Find the value of expression 8 minus w. That is 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression 12 divided by v. Twelve divided by 4 is 3. Option number 3 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression k divided by 7 for k equals 14. So then that would be 14 divided by 7. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. 2 it is. Find the value of the expression 8 plus r for r equals 2. That is 8 plus 2 is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression n times 6. That is, replace n with 6. So that is 6 times 2. It will be 6. It would be 6 times 2. That is 12. Option number 2 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression q plus 16 for q equals 4. So you have to replace q to 4. So 16 plus 4 is 20. Option number 3 is the correct option. 20 it is. Find the value of the expression d minus 4 for d equals 7. That is 7 minus 4 is 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression 3b for b equals 2. That is 3 times 2. That is 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is evaluate multivariable expression. Find the value of the expression c minus d minus 3 minus 1 minus 2. For C equals 10 and D equals 4. So C is 10 and D is 4. So replace the variables with the value. That would be D minus 4 minus 3 minus 1 minus 2. So they all have, we just have to subtract. So starting for the first two numbers and keep going to the next one. We have to do 10 minus 4, that is 6. Then 6 minus 3, that is 3. Then 3 minus 1, that is 2. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Let's just click on the test button. Find the value of the expression v divided by u. So v is 16. So then 16 divided by 4 is 16 divided by 4 because v equals 16 and u equals 4. So then that would be 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 4. Find the value of the expression 2 times m divided by k times 2 minus 7. So we have more than one mathematical operation over here like multiply, divide and subtract. So first thing we need to learn which operation we have to perform first, right? Let's just replace all the variables with a value. Replace m with 6 because m equals 6 divided by k is 3 times 2 minus 7. So multiplication and division are on the same level, but you will always have to perform division first. So divide first. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Multiply the multiplication first going from left to right. 2 times 2 is 4. Now 4 times 2 is 8 and 8 minus 7 is 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. That would be 1. Find the value of the expression 2 times n times 3 times p. So replace all the variables with the values. That is 2 times 1 times 3 times 2. So that is 2 times 3 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12. Option number 3 is the correct option. That is 12. M divided by 9 times k. So replace all the variables with the values. So M is 18 divided by 9 times 8. So we have to divide first. 18 divided by 9 is 2, and 2 times 8 is 16. So option number 3 is the correct option. 16 it is, that is 16. Option number 3 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression d plus c plus 9. That is 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 plus 9 is 16. Option number 2 is the correct option. 16 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 16. Find the value of the expression that is p times q. So p is 2 and q is 7. So you have to do 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14. Option number 1 is the correct option. Find the value of the expression 11 plus s plus 6 divided by r. Let's just replace all the variables with the values. So they are 11 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 divided by 2. So we have to perform the division first. 11 plus 1 is 12 and 12 plus 3 is 15. So the correct option is 15. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. Chapter we were working on is expressions and properties, the lesson covered today are right variable expressions, word problems, evaluate variable expressions with whole numbers, evaluate multivariable expressions. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can please write down the question in the chat box if you have any. So, any questions? No question. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.